All right, guys, it's showtime. We got the car on the mainline hub dyno. We got Vlad. He's gonna be the man of the hour here, working some magic. And we're gonna see how much power this thing can make.
9.7s, 9.6s.
So pumped.
Put on some back on it doesn't burn. That's pretty good. Actually, I think it's a little richer than that. Well, it's set up to be a 2J, remember? I think that's partly why it's slow, but it revs all the way out. So it doesn't have.
Looks like it's all hubs. All right, Vlad, so you just said you're running a super conservative timing map on this first pull here. And we'll see what it does and then take it from there. Was the O2 just plugged in the wrong one? Yeah. You can't beat a straight 6. What do you guys think first hit? I vote 248. I'm gonna be real conservative. 203. 203, real low. 15. We never did a baseline on this, so.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
It's probably a 160 horsepower car. Yeah, no, it really is. Vlad, you gotta do 5th gear, right? 5th gear? It's 410. Whatever you, hey, you guys are running. About 30 seconds flash on that.
Yep.
That's awesome. So we're just working through a couple small hiccups with a early rev limit or something like that. Just kind of working through some minor problems. Vlad, he already looked at me and said, I kind of want to turn the boost up. I'm like, dude, I'll turn that knob all the way to freaking party.
Oh, the knob's on there?
Yeah.
Oh, you added, oh, you got top.
Yeah. We're good.
Yeah, they lost the lost one. It looks like every class video I'm going to have to reselect everything, which is going to be annoying and add time, but no biggie, we'll work around that.
What do you think, Neil?
Something in the, I think there's something in the map. I don't know if it's just out of airflow meter or I don't know what it's out of, but it's definitely
Yeah, running out of something. Because so just to recap, we just disconnected the gate completely, so it should be making infinite boost, and it was still hitting the cut, right? So we're just kind of working through scenarios here. We got Eric holding it down.
POP, hold it down. Mama, I love you. Dale took over, so he's over here chilling. Oh no, you're working, bro. Long story short.
Yeah.
Tuner Pro.
This is all your end of things.
Tuner Pro, I can only edit the full flash.
Yep.
ROM Raider, I can
edit
do full or partial, but it does not have that load conversion table defined. Okay. So I had to take your partial file, splice it into a full file, and then edit that full file in Tuner Pro.
Sounds like fun.
So now I have to take the partial and splice it out of the full, then to do just a quick partial flash back to your car.
So just to recap, guys, we're having an issue with it cutting, and Vlad thinks he found a issue in one of the maps and some conversion chart stuff that's totally out of my wheelhouse. But
conversion table.
Yeah, load conversion table. Yeah, it had some issue with the scaling. All stuff I know nothing about, but that's why we have Vlad, and it looks like he has found the issue, which is good, because we were thinking initially it's going to be ABS or traction control was kicking on or something weird. So we tried just pulling fuses and doing all sorts of stuff, pull the boost controller, this and that. So now we're back to basics. We have the boost controller taken off. We just have our straight up hose with our 7 PSI spring, and we have one hole drilled in it just to give us a little extra PSI or two. We'll see what happens, but we kind of were chasing our tails a little bit, trying to figure out what's going on, but Vlad thinks he has the answer. Eric's here for moral support. Thanks, bud. And yeah, hopefully we'll get this sorted out and make a little more than 230 horsepower, but even now it sounds awesome, man. It sounds great, and we're just talking about positives. Positives is the cooling system is right on track, staying nice and cool. We do have a little oil leak coming from the back of our valve cover. We knew about that. I just ordered I actually have a new valve cover gasket on the way, so that's something we can swap out. It's nothing major, but it's there. And yeah, everything else sounds great. The engine sounds good, and we're in good shape. So let's see if Vlad can get this chased down, and we'll keep plugging away here. All right, let's see if this solved the issue. How's it not boosting? So I don't know what's going on, but it's not boosting somehow. Maybe 2 pounds. You want me to pull the gate, the hose off? All right, guys, kind of a stressful night. We're not sure what's going on with the cart. Everybody's kind of leaning towards a software issue, and there's some boost cut somewhere in the map, in the base map or something like that. Vlad was saying, so he's gonna go back and check it out, and we can go back and reevaluate. You know, right now the car's running super conservative. It's only 230 horsepower, unfortunately. So it's not fast, however, it's still fun and it makes turbo sounds, so there's that. But we'll get back to you on the next one, and we'll get this problem sorted out. Until then, we're out of time. Cleetus and Cars is Saturday. I'm gonna bring the cart. I was planning on running it at the drag strip, but I'm not sure if I'll do that. I mean, maybe I will, just to see what it will run at 208 horsepower, which is more or less naturally aspirated. It's making a couple pounds of boost, so. Hey guys, back at the shop today, and we got something a little bit different in here. If y'all are familiar, this is Brent and Jamie's Bat Rod. And last time at Burnout Rivals, Brent had a little situation where his steering broke and he went up the wall a little bit. So today we're just patching this back up for him. So we're not gonna get too crazy. We're really just gonna make it work. There's a broken weld in here that you can see. So we're gonna re-weld that. We'll see if we can beef up the steering box a little bit and kind of brace this whole thing up just a little bit better than it is. It's quite the contraption they have here. But yeah, we're just gonna get it back in action so he can do burnouts tomorrow at Cleetus and Cars. So hopefully it's only gonna be like an hour job at the most, and we'll go from there. So we have one last piece that I decided to add to the steering box. Added this shaft. We're just gonna weld it to that upright there. And that should, it had a little bit of side to side play, kind of like this. So that should eliminate pretty much all of that. And hopefully that will solve most of those issues. I mean, the whole steering's still pretty wonky, but for what its purpose is, I think it will work just fine. That will be pretty much the end of that. And we have to next deal with this steering arm that bent the piss out of it when he hit the wall. So we're gonna throw it in our press and unbend it right here and just try to get that squared away a little bit. All right, so I was gonna just unbolt this and put it in my press, but it's a real production. I have to take the brakes off and the whole thing. So we're just gonna heat it and beat it down, and hopefully that will work. So there's still a lot of flex in here, so we're just gonna mount a brace in here, something like that, and just stiffen that up a little bit. Try to get some of the flex out. This thing it loads up so crazy when you try to turn it, so we're trying to get all the flex out, as much as the flex out as possible. It's not gonna be perfect, but we'll do the best we can. All right, so that's finished. The one last thing we have to do is drill and tap a alternator bolt, which will be this guy. We'll drill and tap that right there, and this sucker's gonna be good to go. Now we just tap it in. Tap-tap-a-roo. Okay, we're done. The only issue is our alternator belt is a tad bit short, so we'll just have to source a new belt. That should be no problem in any hardware store. Let's get this thing down and make sure it steers. Well, it works. Whew, big day today, guys. We just got Brent's car finished, and now we had our timing cut issue, and today we didn't have Vlad, so what I did is I put a 4-pound spring in here, turn the boost up to 7 PSI, runs perfect. So as soon as it hits about 8 PSI, 8 or 9 PSI, we get a cut in the ignition, or I don't know what's going on. It feels like exactly like a boost cut. Vlad couldn't figure it out last night, I couldn't figure it out. But as of right now, it runs really good as it sits. So we're not sure how much power it makes, the AFRs look great, and the only issue now is we're getting some blow-by now that's in boost, and we have that bad valve cover gasket, which has to be addressed. Thankfully, mine just came in, so we're gonna do a valve cover gasket tonight, as well as a window net. And that is going to get tacked right on in there.